Hey guys, what's up? It's Pterodog, and welcome back to GT Sport. For today's video, we are doing some kart racing in the shifter karts at Tsukuba. Going to be about 5 laps. So, the shifter karts, obviously they are karts. They have no actual suspension. It's a very direct feel between the tires and the racing surface. You also get some really close racing because there isn't a whole lot of braking. A lot of corners where you may have lifted, may have used the brake, they're actually flat out in some areas. So yeah. So here we're into the warm-up. I'm going to skim past this actually. We're going to go straight to the race where the more interesting stuff happens. This should be interesting. Because even though we're in karts, drafting is still a thing. Many corners that are normally not flat out. Because you have like 3 corners, which is kind of a big deal. And trying to add like what, 5 or something like that? Maybe a little more. Alright, so since we're just in karts, I'm going to floor it straight off the line. A little bit of wheel spin, not too much. And we are off. You are also going to notice I have the ABS turned off. It does not work right with karts. So, I don't imagine in real life you would have ABS on a kart, but at any rate, with it turned off, you get better braking performance. So you are able to brake later, go faster. Now here I get squeezed to the outside, so I'm not able to turn in quite when I want to. It slows me down. The car behind, he comes in. Well, that was all kinds of dirty. Alright, so we got purple suit, green kart. Now watch ahead. Now we can see in front, purple suit, green kart, 3-second penalty. So his race is pretty much done. And look at the effect of the slipstream here, by the way. It's just reeling me right in. Watch, it's not over yet. Just going to thread the needle through that pile of chaos right there, and we are off. We have completed our first lap. And at this point, it's just a matter of not messing up. Alright, so at this stage in the race, I'm just by myself, just doing hot laps at this point, so I'm just going to try and see if I can also get the fastest lap, and much to my dismay, the kart behind me steals the fastest lap, so I was like, well, now I gotta go a little bit faster, so I push a little harder. I'm still getting some purple sectors. Then I mess up ever so slightly in this corner here. I toss it in. And I get a little bit of a four-wheel drift, but just so much momentum. Cart behind me comes up. And it looks like he might have a chance to fight with me, but then...
He lost it.
It's really not clear what happened, how he lost control, if there was lag or anything, but what I do know is I didn't get any penalty, my SR wasn't touched, and there was no indication that there was an actual collision. I didn't feel anything in the wheel, there was no clonking noise or anything, so that's just, I don't know, that's strange, but as you can see in the leaderboard, his connection strength isn't quite as good, so it could have been very likely a lag-induced incident there. But that's just going to hand me the race.
That's bad.
Yeah, I have a huge wipeout there, just about. And just run away with this final lap. I was hoping to take fastest lap at the end, but it didn't happen. Otherwise, pretty good race.
And I like how I counted it as clean, even though I was off track at one point. But I was off track because I got shoved off track. And it still seems to consider that clean, where before it would not.
Okay, so we're about to go into the second race for the day, and first I'm in qualifying, working on my lap time. I'm going to get a little bit faster here, but first I want to just take a moment to admire the spooky ghost that's riding with us. No driver or anything, because it's a ghost. Okay, and there we go, that's done. And this is likely going to be the fastest lap you are going to see. From me, anyway, for this whole video. You see lots of, very high precision, I guess you could say, in the driving here. Keeping it nice and tight.
Nice.
And there we go.
Wow. Really closing the gap on pole.
Alright, so we are off race 2. I'm going to jump into the leader's slipstream straight away, try and pull away from the cars behind. As you can see, he makes a slight mistake and then slams the door shut on me as I try to exploit it. So we'll have to wait for another chance. Into turn 2. We receive an epic lunge from behind.
That was not a clean pass.
Alright. That drops me down 2 positions now. We're going to want to pay attention to the guy in second place. So the car ahead of me, he's just going to go straight off into the Shadow Realm. Of car in second. He's going to bump the leader wide off the track as well. And take the lead with a dirty overtake.
He's even taking the lead as well.
So upon noticing that, I'm like, okay, it's time for some retribution. Some clean retribution, because, you know, my sportsmanship is important to me. And I enjoy a clean race. And so, I'm just going to drive faster than him and reel him in. Working with the pole driver. But he runs wide, he makes a mistake. So I was like, well, I guess I'll just have to do it myself then at this point. On the brakes as late as I dare. And then this back straight here is going to reel me straight into him. He goes defensive. Move to the outside to duck out of the slipstream and then cut back in. And now we're back where we were before, but now I can make the move in turn 1. And he's going to try and pit me. He's going to try and wreck me. And it doesn't work for him. I'm going to go defensive into the hairpin, forcing him to stay on the outside. I get the faster run through the corner, but the slipstream keeps him with me. Now we are side by side, which you can see in the radar. Moving into the final corner, he has the inside. I'm taking the outside line. I'm going to duck into his slipstream and see if I can go for the move on the first corner again. But he's going to. He's wide, so that now he's going to be a little defensive, so I'm just going to brake a little early. And then he leaves the door wide open for me, so well, I let myself through. And now the pole driver has taken second place back from the dirty driver. So it looks like they are going to fight amongst themselves for now. And they're still within it. Oh, not anymore.
Yeah, it looks like someone had an accident.
It went from half a second to over a second behind me.
It's not over yet.
And now we are into the final lap. They're still close enough. The slipstream may be an issue. I want to make sure I do not mess up here. And as they continue to fight amongst themselves, they drop back further and further.
That was kind of bad.
A little bit of a mishap there in that corner. Costing me about 3 or 4 tenths.
Alright, we are set.
Noting the 1.1 second gap as I head down the back straight, I declare the race mine. Run away with this win.
Just a small bit of contact here and there, but otherwise a fantastic race. Pretty close through most of it. Alright, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.